Lama da in Rinpoche number sumge dada simjen tamje loju zundo re jinji love do so je lam zundo re jinji love do so lam tulba zalwar jinji love do so junai shi zunjar jinji love do so Lama da in Rinpoche number sumge dada simjen tamje loju zundo re jinji love do so je lam zundo re jinji love do so lam tulba zalwar jinji love do so junai shi zunjar jinji love do so Lama da in Rinpoche number sumge Dada Zimjan Damja Lojo Zordawara Jinji Love the So, Jelam Dordawara Jinji Love the So, Lam Tulba Salwar Jinji Love the So, Tuna Yeshizu Jarwar Jinji Love the So, Toberanju Dawara Jinji Love the So, Tuji Jinji member Jinji Love the So, then the Tabla Kabar Jinji Love the So, Trezetandan Namara Jinji Love the So, Tuyi Ermende for Jinji Love the So, Kanda Jojo Jongi Jigdena, Deji Lomar Jilba Kans of the thing that Bechi Charbech. Nyambur deba tamje de je namoria damala ege dalu tane jenje tebum da mi ge nam da ndo king da ge jam tamje ge do da ge che ten do nam ga da nyem bezum je tamje la nam me bayan ta bor zo so je gi ko warim bo je chine je to bor cha de yi che do tambe chu sam sam ba gi wanyam be tu ge yang ta ba so da de sam bor shu de ya ga sam bor cha chu ne de ring gi ka su ba ba ni gese tomegi sungbe dije gese lalen sumju sode mai ti samo sente tu nyamse je de roden jachimbo jungye tuge malam dan je de symbol show. So thank you very much again, put my disposition. So yeah, we're talking about this 37 stanza. Bodhisattva Thogme wrote this treatise. And we are in chapter, stanza 28 stanza, and this now among the 37. That's actually now we are on the 6th paramita, and this is the kind of third and fourth one actually paramitas. So this is here says Rajin Bashik de Vinyera Yangola Misha Dr. Chen Tong Na. So this is the stanza saying here, it is more giving this about how diligent to practice Dharma. So giving first example is someone who have only looking for benefit themselves. So that is Prataka Buddha and Shavaka Buddha, we call Nyentu. And they are Buddhists and the Theravadan Hinayana practitioner. So they have kind of more, does not have the bodhicitta attitude for practicing, attaining enlightenment for benefit beings. And their attitude is they want to work hard to get arhatship, dachompa, which means there can be far away from the samsara, yet they are not enlightenment either. They have something, they subside a gross level, afflicted mind, afflicted and obscurations, but they don't have omniscient Buddha. Even they not have bodhicitta and have any bodhisattva level. So this being are the Buddhism, and Buddha taught that teaching. But at the same time, there are lots of followers with Buddha. Beginning of the Buddha up to enlightenment, most of the Buddha taught on this teaching, Vinaya Sutra. He teach that, such as the Four Noble Truth and so on. So their idea is more, they don't have concern other sentient beings, more or less, because they have compassion, they have loving kindness. But they do love and compassion for protecting themselves to not get afflicted or cause karmic cause. So in order to avoiding, they are very careful, very, very restricted. They are especially the Pratimukha vow, 252 vow. They seriously, they take and study and they keep that vow. And then their attitude, they taking the vow to keep discipline, ethical vow, but they not want to liberate other sentient being. The one thing they think impossible you will liberate other sentient being because you are in samsara, you are suffering. How can you can help? So their mind is so small-minded and not like extended mind as like Mahayana minds. So that reason they work hard. They do diligent practice to arhatship, to getting that state. They work hard. So here in the example giving, Gola measured doctor means that they have so much practicing Dharma very strongly, and giving up all the things that renounce in samsara. How they practice diligently this practice, they do some example. You have the hair, and then set fire in your hair. You have no other choice or intention to do anything other than put up the fire because in your hand. So that how much you have put diligent, dedicate to extinguish fire on going on your head. And that is so much concentrated, so much intention there. So they will practice like that. They have such diligence, such kind of way they do all the teaching what Buddha taught. They keep that way. So they so much diligent. Only the reverse, temporary suffering, not full enlightenment, and not benefit, but any other themselves to get in that state. So if you see that, how much they have diligent practicing, so simple a result. It is not big deal there. It's so simple way, but at the same time they put all effort to get there temporarily, get that state. So if seeing this, meaning see how diligent they doing for that kind of result, temporary result. So so then this way you can see Mahayana practitioner way practicing, which is that this quality is quite infinite, vast, and the result is forever getting enlightenment and greatly benefit many beings, not only one beings. So this the Mahayana people dedicate, beginning with when they enter the Mahayana Bodhisattva vow taking. So this, in order to get that quality, that benefit for all sentient being, diligent, practicing diligent to bridge action and Dharma practice. So that is the Bodhisattva who follow the path of enlightenment. They dedicate their life to benefit sentient being. So this way, we dedicating diligent this practice. So we can look at how lazy we are in those short resolve, in order to receive the resolve, how much these Theravada and Pratyeka Buddha and Sharoka Buddha work hard, like so much diligent to fire going on your head and try to distinguish fire. How much they put effort. There are no other choice, no other concentration, one pointly and doing everything for extinguish your fire in the you set on the fire on your head. So that if see this one, we should do more practices because our result is infinite, much more. So their result is so temporarily short. So this is that Mahayana practitioner should be more dedicated to oneself practice. And if you follow in the Mahayana path, and one who, if they could dedicate to Mahayana path, then should be have diligent, like this stanza have explained. So this much I can say this one, okay? So let's now move on because we have to finish by tomorrow. And so that's much you can read. There's lots of commentary wrote by many scholars. But my commentary is very simple, easily, but long new people will be very helpful. This will guide you more deeper. So I'll say this much now, this chapter. Next one is, now we are 29 stanza, and this is more like concentrations. Among the 6 paramita, generosity, morality, patience, diligence. So this 5. This is more or less. It is 4, I think so. Shine rap to temple hak tong ki nyamu nam par jom par shi chene zume jele yang da de by something gomba geze la le yins. So this stanza is giving us here say shine rap to temple hak tong ki is one who have possessed calm abiding practice very strongly, and then practice into Vipassana practice. So Laktong meaning insight practice or Vipassana practice. So knowing this calm abiding practice, very thoroughly you practice accordingly. So this case, lots of Jewel Ultimate Liberation will explaining lots of these things. In order to you gain the calm abiding practice, really experience or realizing, you need to have condition for many different day explaining where to go, how to practitioner should be post before, then where to go, isolate place, what condition you needed there. So all this explaining one by one. So this chapter we can make not one section or one time you finish. It's with few sessions you have to go. So this is a post calm abiding practice. It's a very important practice because our mind is like monkey mind. Always we thinking past, present, future, some positive, some negative. Even positive we clinging, grasping. Positive bring you negative too. So this engaging our mind that way, sometimes we have lots of emotion, lots of anger, lots of desire, lots of proud and jealous and greedy and so on. The mind become very stumbling. There are no peace in the mind. Most of us like that too. We do have, every moment we have, think of right now we can think how much going on in our mind. Our body is here, our mind is not here most of the time, gone. Chasing attachment, chasing your anger, chasing on stupidity and proud, jealous and so on. So this is a kind of have to be subside. So shine meanings like she meanings subside, peace, Ne meanings abiding and calm your mind. So you can look at now, you can think of now, right now, where your mind not there. Where you are, your body is there, mind is not there. You are chasing your anger, chasing desire, chasing stupidity. All these things, the mind becomes so much busy, so much distracting there. So this not allow you peace. So beginning of your meditation, any practice, you have to get peace in your mind. So this will be helpful a little bit your kind of listening to hearing the teaching, help. And reflecting teaching will help too. Before you go to actual practice, whether you Vajrayana, Mahayana, absolute meditation, you may have to do that for sure. This is very important part. But in order to do that, you can sit here, you think about, your mind to bring your peace. No past, no future. At present time, you have to keep and still your mind there. You try, it not stay there. First place, our physical condition is not right. Second place, our mental condition not right. So you have no providing to get peace in your mind by physically, mentally not providing the opportunity there. So this case, really you want to do, you have to be renounce one thing. So the Buddha talk about renunciation is very important. So why important is that you not renounce, you with samsara, this practice will not do it too much, 1 week practicing, 2 week practicing, not help too much because maybe 1 week practicing can be beginning to you notice we need to come down. And after you notice, you interest a little bit, maybe you have 10 minutes to practice. You may have 10 minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes you have chance to get bring mind to peace. Most time your mind traveling around. But in order to bring this mind to peace, right on right place. You have lots of effort to put that. Try to avoiding things. Try to bring in condition in. So certainly you can have very short time. You may have peace there, but again, we're happy. Our thought is going past present, future. See things get mind going there, and hearing things and going there, feeling things, tasting things. All 5 sense organs distracting you this. So that case, you not allow even 10 minutes you allow to meditate. You may have 2-3 minutes, maybe 1 minute you have chance. Not too much chance, beginning. But when you have little chance, even few seconds you have some glimpse there, it help you to interest you. I can do this. I can bring my peace like that. It is wonderful when your mind the absence of thought. Let you to mind the pure state of the calm abiding. Calm, not having anything trembling there by any afflicted mind or the thought. And abiding means you have sustaining of that calm. So sustaining this calm. So it not last long. So this case you need hearing the teaching very much, reflecting teaching very much, then sit actual practice on the calm abiding. Lots of helpful there. Then also you have to give your condition. You have to have less go out, less involved with the party, drinking, smoking, all this entertaining movie, all these things. Because the more you go, your mind is more crazy. Already you are crazy. And last time we talked about the monkey mind. You say, monkey mind is that monkey you put in the cage from the jungle. You just catch the monkey, put in the cage. He doesn't stay in the cage, but he will be trying to. There is we say the 5 door, the cage, and put in fresh monkey from the jungle, catch put in there. You can see the monkey was window to window he looking, and sounds outside looking. You had so many monkey there in that cage, because every window you looked, there's someone there. But he was quick enough to go into the window, because he. In the cage, he was wild monkey. Can never have such restriction for him, and it's scaring now him. Just small cage, living all jungle. He lived, hung around in the tree to tree, jumping around. But certainly he's inside the cage. So how much that monkey have agitated and to try to get out from there. So when you meditate, first place your mind is like monkey. You're just thinking desire, anger, jealous, greed. You don't care this what has caused this result. You have let go that way. But then what happened is that you are not calm your mind. Your not mind is present there. Mind gone. So you first time you meditate, communicate come like that, like wild monkey putting in a cage. This is sometimes hard for me. Sometimes people come from the Buddhist temple. I want to get enlightenment. I want to peace. And some people, sick people, crazy people come to this temple. That's my experience. My center has so many crazy people come. And the sick people, very sick people, they come. But I can see for them, Buddhist is compassion. Buddhist is peace. Buddhist is the one hope. We go to temple, we get benefit, we get protection. They come there to subside their problem. But they come with that problem, and then they want to come, I feel very good here. Tomorrow get back, same situation for you, then sometimes they're boring to come back again. And so this is how Buddhists get attracted, but again, that's not happening. I'm not scaring you, but that is not happening by just you being up here there to listening a short time and sit there one few minutes. It doesn't bring you peace forever. And that time you are that place where people meditate. And sometimes this kind of place, a lot of great masters come, the great meditator come, and they bless here this place. And people who live there, some kind of practice here. So therefore, this energy is become more special than outside. That energy bring you peace and calm, is special there. There is a giving condition outside, but you don't have your own bring your mind that way. So sometimes this is the way beginning happening that. But when you come, you have to study, you listen first carefully, then reflecting carefully, then practicing. So this case, what you do is that all calm abiding practice is very important. It doesn't impossible. It's possible. I saw many time. Some people failed to do it. I saw also many times. Some people are able to do it. Some people, sick people can heal themselves. And crazy people become very normal people. I saw that different center have different teacher who is a qualified teacher can help them too. So that is important. Have to have some teacher who have know themselves, practice, and they can tell people honestly, not expecting anything from the heart. Have great compassion to help the person, and that motivation is necessary teacher part. And teacher do need to have blessing from his lineage. He received that teaching what he giving out. And then he have received the blessing, teaching, and transmission from the lineage. Not enough. He have to stay on the teaching, practicing what he teaching to others. He have to live with that. So this all together, then teacher have that kind of blessing, bring you some peace and calm. This will be cause you awakening. Oh, I can do this something. I can get out from here. So then you have some sense. Therefore, you need the teacher to learn something, and then make shape. You're not mistaken. Not allowed you to fall into extreme. And so that case, the teacher is not necessary for one condition, for to bring your mind peace. Of course, this peaceful will not coming peace by just you sit down. As I'm saying, bring them wild monkey, put in there, they will not stay in there for easily. They go jumping around. But that monkey, if you keep there and slowly give drink water there, put there, leave them there, they running and running. If they tire, and certainly they tire too, then they will give up to looking window to window, waiting for food. They will calm down, clear, then get along with the person. So this smaller like our mind can be disciplined. Discipline is very important. And then this discipline make your hobby onto protecting yourself to not get crazy and suffering and pain. And then helping you to encourage yourself, put into virtuous thought and doing. So this case is very important, that kind of condition. Same time, again, when you to practice calm down, you have to have good virtues, lots of purifications. So therefore, keep up your 10 virtuous actions and protect yourself, not allow to 10 non-virtuous actions, such as killing, stealing, misconduct, lying, slander, harsh talk, meaningless talk, and envy and ill will, and wrong views. Those are the 10 different non-virtuous. So try to avoiding this non-virtue. Bring your mind to virtuous thought. But you cannot immediately, I'm saying, you say, okay, I will do it. You will not do it because your mind, hobby is always chasing your emotion, anger, desire, and so on. So you have to mindful that, not to do these negative things and try to stop negative things. You more you stop negative things, less you are getting pure from negative. You can be pure from negative, purifying that negative. Then you apply opposite of that virtuous actions, 10 virtuous action, like there's 10 was saving life, giving generosity, keeping your strict morality and thick, and then also truthful, not with slandering other people. Less meaningful talk, everything positive, negative, opposite of negative to positive. That 10 virtues you learn, you try to encourage yourself, get used to be on your mind and virtuous thought. So this is very important for the calm abiding practice. If you don't kill someone, so this will be cause your loss of your sickness, lots of your short life, possibly get a shortening life. You killing someone, you shortening somebody's life. But you are saving life, that meaning you are extending your longevity, immortality. And also you have getting healthier, healing your sickness, healing of mental sickness, physical sickness. So there's lots of good things there. One, physical healthy, mental healthy, what happens? Your mind becomes peace. When you are not peace, mental is not healthy because of all this emotion, negative, poison, storing, make unhealthy. And physically become careless in negative actions. So this contribute, you cannot be peace your mind. So in order to do calm abiding practice, very much involve those virtuous action. And sometimes I could say, some people come to meditate and the question, so we'll say that you sit on the cushion, so you meditate. When you go out from this meditation room, take your meditation, not leave in the cushions. So that means that you meditate, you come, you dedicate, meditate now. So you feel comfortable. Because I'm dedicated, I do my best to meditate. As long as that you are there, at least your intention to bring your positive, calm your mind, you're determined and you try. Somebody you're doing something good there. But you do more practice and you are more deeper practitioner, high practitioner, you could do whole time you sit calm abiding. Otherwise, half of time you abiding, half of it. So this is not bad. Then when you leave that meditation, you go with you means that don't forget outside. You have to mindful outside. But inside you dedicate already. Therefore, you have more easily. Outside, you say, I'm going out. So somebody there ready to fight you, it's a harsh talk come from someone. You're ready to fight back. You want to be fight back, responding them negatively. And that's not giving good health. Then your meditation is not with you then. Your meditation left inside the cushion, on the cushion. So we say leave with the meditation, don't leave there, take with you. So meaning you're mindful. Mind is always aware that what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking now. So when I'm thinking something good, I attach and careful. That's attachment, distracting my mindfulness, my calm abiding, and try to concentrate to your mind to original object that what you are kind of focusing. You're going home. That's mainly your aim to get home. So don't attach to what you're seeing there. So this way, all the poison you try to avoiding by just focusing on when you walk, you're walking. You talking. You're talking also mindful. So you cleaning and home, whatever you do, try to do your best. That again, this is too much I'm saying. You cannot do it. You try mindfulness. You try to bring your mind what you're doing. So that case, when you go home, you're cleaning dishes, you can meditate. While you're cleaning dishes, you're meditating. All finished dishes, you have one session of meditation there. And anyway, you can meditate. Your mindfulness, aware that you are doing what you're doing. It's something we're doing here, we don't know what you're doing. We are just doing it, but mind going all around different things. So that is the aware this was helping your mind bring to concentrations. So calm abiding practice has so much to talk about that. I'm just back little bit outline little bit. So when you calm mind, there is we have in the Ocean of Certainty, Nine Karmapa wrote that book. Very good book. That book have the actually, he took from the sutra and from based on the teachers from Indian Mahasiddha. So that has 9 state of mind, mental stage. Each state of mind have different kind of problem there. And dealing with the problem, you're gaining some inequality there also. So this is, that book there, you can see all these when you have completely 9-state mind, you go through state by state. Last one, 9, is become you completing all the calm abiding practice, and this will be your qualifying to meditate inside or vipassana. Up until they're not, you do the vipassana without still and completely done in the calm abiding practice. You do it inside the vipassana. Vipassana may last not long, and it's not stable. Your vipassana can give 1 second there, another second you will come back to the same things your samatha practice too. So when you have done this calm abiding practice very well, then vipassana become very, very true, gain some realization. It's different stage, vipassana practice. So that is the lots of things to talk about again. Vipassana practice, you have to get to a philosophical. Most of them scholars, Madhyamika practice. This is the Nagarjuna wrote in the root text, and his disciple wrote lots of commentary on that. And Tibetan Ma Siddhas, Ma Pandit wrote in commentary. So you can learn all of this. Last time we talked a little bit things. So the Vipassana practice meaning that really you are looking directly at true nature of the mind. This is, all is empty, nothing have true nature. So we talk about everything depending origination in things are not really exist as it is we seeing. All is empty. So that is the word philosophically will correcting our meditations are right or wrong. Sometimes we have extreme, existent and non-existent. So non-existent is one extreme, existent and one of extreme. You have to go the middle path. They will correcting there when you have vipassana meditations. So samatha practice is the good for you temporarily. You could good practice, samatha practice can healing your mental mind problem, mind sickness, mind disease. And when your mind disease has kind of healing, then your physical disease can heal that too. So it is vipassana practice, samatha practices can temporarily heal you physically, mentally, bring you peace and calm, healthy your mind. And that is for sure. Lots of great meditator like this, Pakamba Bhaini practitioner, samatha practitioner, have a story there. In my lifetime, I heard this story. I saw the people who have been go through lots of problem through this, samatha practice. They become great master and become healer for other people. So that's it. I don't know here anyone know Goenka. Mr. Goenka knows anyone here? You know someone? Goenka is very popular. He's passed away. But he's a layman, a businessman, and he's sick. He don't know what to do yet. Finally, doctor give up, saying you will die soon. Then he find a Theravada master. He learned how to make samatha meditation. And then he completely cured his disease. And he lived long time. Then he and his wife both, and he's very popular, Mr. Goenka is very popular. His Holiness Dalai Lama invited Dharamsala to teach there too. But he's Theravada tradition. But Dalai Lama, he does very good teaching. So many people get benefit. Even, I don't know you now, they have every year, twice, they have group, some retreat, near my retreat there in California. So he have retreat center, they have 500-600 people come. But he's not live. They put his video, the lesson, the video. Many people, I have many students, I send it. Sometimes stay with me, the difficult in the practice, but they stay with me, then I sending, so go listen. They come back, good result. But that's, the master died, but everybody looking his picture there in the video. And it's very helpful now that Mr. Goenka, I suggest to you, this is very helpful. He's not the Tibetan tradition. He's a Theravada tradition. He's Indian man, businessman. But he put through his effort, diligence, renounce everything. He healing himself and he healed many people. Even now, he passed away. He left the picture there, video there. They listening that. Many people get benefiting. So that come from this Vipassana Samatha practice, So this is kind of example how you get benefit by this practice, karma abiding practice. But there's lots of technique also, not necessarily all techniques. You can have few techniques you need it because sometimes you do one repeatedly again, you get boring. And sometimes refreshed by other techniques. So same benefit, but techniques change. It helps your mind become refreshed. So he had those things very good. That also through his practice of this calm abiding practice, bring himself attain those state, and then he benefiting many beings. Even he passed away now. Now he himself passed away, and his wife passed away too. Used to hear the wife also. The people respect. She's very wonderful. Sometimes she come up a few words saying, "This is wonderful too." But I never meet them. I never see them. I saw the benefit come from his teaching. So that's the reason I'm saying. So this karma abiding practice can be jewel ornament liberation. The Lama in Campbell teaching there. So you want to go, you have, he's offered this jewel ornament teaching. He says, so I don't know, he can reach that part because the jewel ornament getting there, so many teaching there too. But some part with the six paramita, when you have talked about the concentration part, and that will explain in more details. So he have more time. So you like to go, you're welcome to go to listen to something to help yourself, that you can help many other people too. So again, this here say, Nyamu number jumper che, number she jene zumi shele de yanda de bai something compagese lalain. So this means that when this calm abiding practice, not you liberate from samsara. Again, one thing this not result get you full awakening, enlightenment. This will be only bring peace and calm in this lifetime. This basically accommodate you to get in Vipassana meditations. So in order to go Vipassana practice, you need to have karma abiding practice. Say, Samatha practice is very important for the Vipassana practice. Basic foundation Vipassana practice is relying on the Samatha practice. And so that's the reason Samatha practice is very, very important. But same time you say questioning, can I get enlightenment through this Samatha practice? There's a no. You not get enlightenment. You get peace. You can healing. You're good. Long life, good health, happy, everything you can gain from this practice. But this will not bring you enlightenment. So in order to get enlightenment, you have the Vipassana practice. You see, Vipassana practice is kind of really root of your poison, ego. But Samatha practice doesn't give you good root of. Samatha practice can give you a calm down all the poison, but it's still there. In a glass you have water, and this glass of water have little cloudy, muddy, and you live there, don't stir it, don't move. The glass is still there. And slowly, all dust go bottom, in the bottom of the glass. And all the dust go down the bottom of the glass. Then you can see clear water in the glass. You can see from this place through the glass, you can see other side. Because clear, all dust come down. So that is very wonderful. Your glass of water is completely clear, but all the dust is still underneath the cup, glasses. So what happened? You store the glass, it come up again. So Samatha practice can make that. All the emotion come down. But any cause things make you come up and cloud your mind again. So that's the reason this Samatha practice only cannot helping you for enlightenment or Bodhisattva level anywhere, but just calming you down. So this for don't clinging on that kindness, the calm abiding practice. Milarepa was of the, I don't know, you know, this great master in our lineage. Milarepa is singing on place. He say, "Shinegi zingla mazem pres langtongi meto tungbar shows." He says the prayer like that. He says that do not clinging samatha practice. Samatha practice is like the small pond, beautiful pond. And don't you clinging this pond, not good. Pond is beautiful, very calm and clear, very nice. But don't clinging. So what you do, you have to let bloom beautiful flower out of this pond. That's the inside meditations. So that meaning don't attach to your calm abiding practice, clinging. Let go inside to nature of the mind, totally emptiness. But that the Milarepa says how important inside meditation or vipassana meditation. Samatha is good for to get cause to get vipassana practice. But only that you clinging, there's no way go. If you cling that, misuse. But when you have that, let grow beautiful flower. There's inside vipassana practices. Beautiful flower, let grow in your ponds. That's the way what he interpreted it that way. So in this case, it's samatha practice how important. So here say, when you have very well practiced calm abiding samatha practice, this will be you able to approach the practice of inside vipassana practice, vipassana meditations. So this samatha practice doesn't destroy your ego. So what destroys your ego is the vipassana practice, actual true nature of the everything emptiness. If you get to realize that one, then your root of your poison, which is cause of poison, is our ego. And completely root out, they never grow again. So therefore, how important the vipassana practice up to all again. But again, you cannot deny samatha practice because samatha practice is basic on relying on you have vipassana practice. So that's the reason he giving there. So this reason he says, something is. So you have to meditate, calm abiding practice also beyond of the four formless samadhi. So this is, we have the samadhi, the worldly samadhi, it's called, it is doesn't mean you free yourself from suffering. So this like, Zumikinche moji, Namshi Thai kiche, Jiamebe kiche, Yumeme kiche. Something four of them we called it, emptiness about the worldly. Some other religion does that. I think they are also practicing lots of samatha practice, and they are lots of practice vipassana practice also, but they are kind of in the worldly samadhi, because it's samadhi, you practice is similar like us, but they doesn't have motivated to enlighten bodhicitta attitude. And they not aim to get enlightenment, aim to get healthy and happy enjoyment for temporarily. So this practice become kind of, we call a contaminated practice of samadhi. It's contaminated because you're clinging attachment of your practice. So that make your practice become not puration, absolute purations. And this will be temporary puration, meaning you live there numberless aeon. We can count how long live there. Count aeon, not more than a year, but aeon. Many aeon, numberless aeon live that area. So they have four different stages. They have lived similar, and they meditate that way, live there. But soon they exhausted, meditate now with the samatha practice. And then when they have run out what they have saved, and then when you finish, the karmics they finish, then you fall down again. And God, one of the ram, so in such high ram, fall down, even human ram is more painful. So animal painful, go to sometimes go directly hell ram, because good karma is finished, bad karma is begin now. So they fall down, and that's very painful. So that is the samadhi where you have to be careful. When the worldly samadhi is some that when you samadhi getting very good, very subtle level, you need to some good teacher with you. A teacher who can talk only, that's not enough. Teacher who have experienced that. In this case, we call pit instruction, menga, damga we call. So 3 out of his own experience, he lead the student. And he not relying on anything, logic, debate, or anything different kind of teachers. He bring up his realization by himself, what he through go. So this is pit instruction is very important. It's someone who realize that, and they can correct you. So this kind of 4 level of God samadhi, someone get there is quite great, because these beings have to be completely non-virtuous. They are non-virtuous, completely non-virtuous, all virtuous. But mentally they develop because their attitude is the kind of clinging their practice and clinging the result, and that caused them to such kind of level as a kind of social state, a God realm. So this is where you look carefully not to go. So here's a zumi jile yanda thereby you go behind formless God, your samadhi. You're not staying in the samadhi on formless God samadhi. You have to go beyond that. The beyond is the kind of first place you have to beginning of your attitude. You get enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Doesn't mean you want to get enlightenment yourself alone. So that is not getting enlightenment either. You fall into Theravada states, what we call low mentality we call. So this is important part here is suggesting go beyond of the formless God samadhi. That samadhi is worldly samadhi. But that samadhi is also the very, I think that some Hindu does samadhi, some other religion have big samadhi meditation. They do good job. So, and then sometimes they clinging on that fall into that extreme. So you come back again suffering. But they live one numberless eon they stay on that stage. But they don't have any, even not have the gross level of awareness. They don't aware, just sit there, not aware everything's. So then in that case, then when they wake up that samadhi, they feel they just get there, but suddenly fall down. So long time stay there, they don't aware how long they staying, because so enjoyable, so kind of beyond, conceptualize that things, So there's a kind of, can be big mistake there. Even we meditator go carefully, we meditate very well, mistaken there, then our effort going to wrong place. So that's the reason that we need to have some good teacher who know how to say, but also he live on that. And have good transmission from his teacher. He realized teacher giving him instruction, somewhat he developed fully that what instruction he received. And then he passed down this way. Maybe he don't say too much. He says same things what we're talking about. But you, teacher has been great realization and great compassion to student, kind to student. And then he has great knowledge, wisdom he get from his teacher. Then the disciple who come to also have fortunate enough, purify, have karmically connected this teacher. Maybe last life he guiding them. So this connection of karma in together, presented together, then pure word can give the person wake up. That's Tibet, many things that's happening there, in the Mahasiddha, in India as well too. But that again, this is not meaning that happening instantly there without any cause. Many lifetime they have been guru, teacher, disciple. Many lifetime he is practicing that teacher following, and many lifetime he doesn't have any bilateral samaya with his guru himself. So all this condition contribute again easily to realization, this one, and understanding these things. So mainly here say the meditate on, which is following accordingly, precisely from the direct who have following the Buddha and unbreaking lineage, very pure lineage, and who transmitted you and who practicing very well. And so these people can protect me to not wrong meditation to guide this formless, 4 different level of the formless meditation. You have to avoiding that. So beyond that, you have to meditate. Go beyond that, your meditation, samatha, vipassana, both beyond that. So that is requiring. So if you talk about this samadhi, this practice, this chapter will be in the jewel ornament, he'll giving all chapter this very explaining detail. So Lama has, Khenpo has time, you have time, you can go to help him, he will be make remarks. So you have to go, takes time to understanding. So if you want to really get benefit from practice, then you should be hearing very carefully, then put into practice. So I'll say this much, this one here now. So next one is the wisdom chapter. There's 30 stanza, and among this, Shirab mena paral chinga is a bit chanju tobar mini base. Shirab mena paral chinga yi. Shirab mena means if you don't have wisdom, then generosity, morality, patience, diligence, and concentration, there's 5 parameters. This parameter will not work to get enlightenment. But again, very important to practice of parameter, wisdom parameter. These 5 parameters have to be there. But parameter 5 only cannot get enlightenment. You need to have wisdom. So that's a shirab mena paral chingai, jogbe chanju tobra minide. Not able to attain state of enlightenment, only these 5 parameters without wisdom parameter cannot get enlightenment. So that case, that in order to get wisdom and the 5 parameter to become true cause to enlightenment, you have to understanding. So for that is what I'm saying here is that you have generosity, you have morality. This is cause and condition. You have patience, you have diligence, you have concentrations. This all is dependent originated, You give generosity, you have to, first place you are who generosity giving, then have some material, some material generosity, or you have the dharma generosity, or you have the protection life generosity. Also say there's 3 times of generosity. This all you have to have. Where I give, what I give, have to be something I give, and who I am giving. So 3 things there. So these 3 things, it's kind of dependent originated. I have the material. I am the one who like to give. But no one wanted your give. Your give doesn't have completely where to give, And then someone wanted there. I have to give. If I am not exist, then also not work. Then I have the here, but I have the material to give. And then someone need there. I have non-material, then also not work. Have to have receiver and giver, one who gives. That's present there. This is dependent originated. So dependent originated, Buddha says, all empty, not real. So what parameter need there is completely, we call dispel. All 3 sphere. 3 sphere meaning object, subject, action. When you giver, receiver, and what you're giving. These 3 things have to be seeing them as not really tangible. Their nature is emptiness. When you see that, then wisdom still the material as real as empty, not real. Then that is the cause you enlightenment. So therefore wisdom is necessary. Wisdom means totally emptiness, Simply we say that. So therefore, without this wisdom, the five paramita doesn't give you awakening enlightenment, not able to do it, because your wisdom is necessary. So this is tap dan denshin korsum mitokpe, shirap gomba gese lalin tap dan denshin korsum mitokpe. Tap dan denshin means you have great skill, method, and then you have to have the wisdom. And so this spirit means that the receiver, giver, and one who give, these three things, three spirit we call. So these are the, do not bring in the thought as the real there. When you give, and the giver is a sentient being, he's all dependent origin, he's empty too. Who I'm giving here, I'm empty, I'm dependent originated too. And what giving material is obviously very material. So they all are the dependent originated, they're not in the two. So you viewing them, illusions, mirage, water moon, so all these different kind of example giving. So you see them as illusion, not real to existence. To try to seal with the emptiness view, So that's where you give all the paramita become full for awakenings. So this case, the paramita, the wisdom paramita has so much talking again, So this is, as last time we discussed a little bit, dependent origination. That is why you kind of put, slowly you decrease material, become non-material. Because all is dependent originated is not really existent. Buddha say like that, And Buddha says it, nothing existent in the world as we see. Everything is kind of, when you analyze detail, they was kind of come to the completely empty. Yesterday we make the cup example. I said house we make the example. It's similar. You have to, but Madhyamika explain in more detail, many different way, state by state. This help you lost because understanding the emptiness. Maybe you get intellectually easily, but put into practice in your mind takes time. So all condition needed, samatha practice very much need for that. And then samatha practice good enough, then vipassana, wisdom chapter, wisdom can able to implement to your mind to become to empty, So it is very important to know this, everything's not truly existent, also dependent originated, you see. And the mind also same things as we discussing, look at in mind that, mind have not any form and shape and color. As a mind it's kind of completely, totally empty. But again, this is philosophically, there are lots of debate in Tibet, still not resolved as I'm saying yesterday. So there is the emptiness we call self-emptiness and other emptiness. There's lots of confusion among the scholars there. So in this case, the self-emptiness is kind of meanings that rangtong. So it means that everything is emptiness, not inherently existed. But other one view saying that this kind of madhyamika both go behind a little bit. So other ones said everything the emptiness. We call other emptiness, meaning everything's emptiness. What not emptiness, Buddha nature is not emptiness. That is hard to fit in somebody intellectual. That's we have Tibetan school, I meet lots of great masters who have different view, and I will say I'm not realized, I don't understand, but I believe in other emptiness. But just directly look at other emptiness, interested in other emptiness. Self-emptiness, I can see everything emptiness, but other emptiness, what that means, other than your mind, Buddha nature, mind, and mind in the term sometimes say Buddha nature, the worship Nyingpo. So that is very interesting things, that Buddha nature is not empty. Other than everything, all phenomena is empty. So they get long sum there, But at one point, other one says, you are not empty, you are not existed. But one is, Buddha nature is not empty. So this easy to understand is that everything different originated, all the phenomena. Obviously, you want to investigate it, they are not really existent, they are empty actually. When you just directly look at without examine, then everything is. The relative functioning that. I have the cup, of course, I put water, I drinking on this cup. I cannot say this cup is not there. Cup providing conventional truth, relative truth. That's the truth. I'm using this. There's a relative truth in this case. The truth is not really truth, but the relative fake truth. Yes, I may say that, but I don't know that's the way to use it. So anyway, this is because I examined this cup is not really existed. Why? This cup is dependent originated. The cup is how many things together in this cup, then made with, and lots of things gathering to condition to make this cup, and the shape, color, everything people make it that. So now convention truth, because I can put the water, use the drink on out of this. That's the truth of the cup. But this is a fake truth because the cup itself is not really existing. So that's why the relative truth we call. So this cup is not really existent, to what we sing. This table also not true because it's kind of table we call. When you take out this part of each piece, where's the table? This is one piece of wood. This is another piece of wood. A nail put together. What do you call table? Is there a table? No. If that's true, the table should be there. A table should be forever there. Same thing, the cup now here I'm using. A table I'm using things putting there. This is relative truth. This is a truth, relative truth. But I'm looking for table or looking this cup. I can ground it, see where is this cup. Then you're not finding any cup. Up to all, you find a bunch of garbage you have to throw away. There's not useful anything. So therefore, the cup is not true because absolutely cup is not true. Relatively true, I'm using that. The table is something absolutely not true, relatively true because exit here. I can, and somebody, I say, this is empty. You say, what is this? Tell me you. So what I'm saying, that you not know how to analyze or you have some intellectually understanding how to refute you because you're pointing here. Scientific, we have to say, what you see, that you believe, You don't see behind, you're not believing. That's a sign, So this is we have contradict with Buddhist sign of the mind and the Buddhist, in general sign. And Dalai Lama put together right now many signs believing closed in the Buddhist sign and Tibetan Buddhism, closed now. So lots of scientific students and Dalai Lama guide even that, lots of scientific professors talking to Dalai Lama. And we have so many Tibetan monks in a science school, educated in science. So monk teaching in class is science now. So Dalai Lama says you should not deny, you learn that. So Dalai Lama thinks it's very important. You learn this real science, help our practice become deeper, our view. So it's very helpful. So look like lots of young monks have very good learning English, learning all Western way to sign. So this is now Dharamsala have every year they have meeting with Dalai Lama with all the signed professor there, and so this is a kind of they are debating. We say during time in Dendup to there was we have that, and this is it's kind of we say this very partless article is too existent. That's Theravada also believe that way. The sign and they get along there somewhat. But scientific say they don't see anything, they see small light there. So they throw light and Hina say partless articles and not tiny item is their existence created a rest. They say that. And that's Hinayana, not Mayana. So they said that is kind of very similar in scientific and Buddhist theory there, But anyway, so here we talk about wisdom is absolute truth, not relative truth. But relative truth is what you're seeing here. Then absolute truth, you analyze each in these different things. Then finally you get the result. This all dependent originated. Actually, you're looking what you're thinking. That was not there. So therefore, everything not truly existing, totally, empty, not inherent existing, absolute truth, And so, this case, we have the one philosophical madhyamika will say, self is emptiness. As Rangdong meaning self-empty, And other ones say, other empty, self is not empty, because that self is that case Buddha nature is not empty. But other Madhyamika says Buddha nature is empty too, mind is empty. So where this idea is in one of the treatises say, I forget that, and I think I forget part I can remembering when say Lodu Teme Kamdongi Kembu Kongeto the Gyulaman Chigawa Joxan Timarilla Tangan to the Shirab Gikaps Sunya Giori Karsego, nothing it Jedok. Did sick thing a hakoning if this pal up to be. We say there's something Gulamayority. Tangandu Randongba, Yandongba, the Gubachambuch Redu. Cambu to the song to Kevin, Kevin Rakem with the Kajiris. Lobutrum come dongi. Lamechiki Tongma is that 16 days near Tiparula Jets had one. So Lobertime Kamdongsi means that mind, Buddha nature is not empty. The temporary afflicting, obscure, that's empty. Because what obscure our true nature Buddha is dependent originated with temporary obscuration. Temporary obscuration meaning I get angry. I not get angry by no reason. Somebody have to irritate. Some person make me something, I get upset, I get angry. So that means the dependent originated this anger arise from, So that is the saying that temporary obscuration is empty. Lamechik tongma the devil revala. That you go on the thing I just saw. Lobutum come donkey, then you kind of chick your dinner, Lamechik tongma in that devil reva. A teacher did that thing, Moma did the god and your that the ganje tangi lap, the cure to be some good devil. So this is case here. Buddha nature is not empty. Why? Buddha nature is not dependent originated. That's very important part to know. So the rest of everything in the phenomena is all the dependent originated. What obscures my mind is anger, desire, jealousy, greed, and so on. All these emotion affliction is dependent originated, right? So this all dependent originated is obscure my mind temporarily, not forever. But while they obscured my mind, my omniscience is never decrease and increase. That temporary obscuration obscured there. Example, make the sun shining in the sky. Thick cloud come cover. You don't see the sun. Sunlight is not that good. So while sun is covered by the cloud, sun is shining inside. It doesn't decrease, increase. Temporarily the cloud cover, but the wind come, blow out cloud, sun shining. It doesn't mean the cloud moved, therefore sun come. Sun was there. Only the problem is cloud to move. So our Buddha is you and my all mind is Buddha. What obscure my omniscient enlightenment is obscured by cloud-like temporary obscuration. Those things temporary because dependent originated. As I'm saying, anger not come just there, but anger come me here angry, but somebody have to irritate me, then come the anger, but anger doesn't have any essence either. And so that case, that anger is temporarily obscure my mind, but doesn't defect, reduce my quality of the Buddha. Even someone in hell realm, their Buddha nature is Buddha still. But their obscuration and cause the illusion, cause the karma forming, then go to hell realm. But while hell realm experience terribly, very painful, their enlightenment is never decay or move, change, same. In fact, in hell realm beings Buddha nature, Lord Buddha's Buddha nature is not different. Exactly the same. Only the difference is Buddha is completely purified forever. No obscuring there. The in hell being is fully obscured there. So that hell being has lots of clouding there. They are not see the true nature. They see something different, causing themselves suffering. Buddha already awakening knows what it is, wrong and right, completely different, kind of differentiated, So permanently enlightenment. So that's why we say the Buddha nature is not can decay or change, never change. Uncuttable, undestroyable, undisappear, nothing. Change, no change there all the time. An example they make many with the same treatise, Lama we call, Uttara Shastra Tantra call that text. Kempo may know more because he studied on that. I asked him some question. He helped me a little bit piece missing there also. So we'll get together later. But anyway, that's kind of what is means that true nature of the mind is enlightened forever. We all enlightened. When visualize the Tantric Vajrayana, you have to visualize you are the deities, right? You look around, I have arm, it's normal one, I'm not deities. But you express true, pure Buddha nature as Buddha, deities yourself. That's the way to develop a special way to get enlightenment more rapidly. So the Vajrayana practice, but you have to be ready for that also, those conditions necessary there. So the Buddha nature is very important. So when you practicing, they say, then you can see, number of the same teachers say that one. So this means, so this Buddha nature, you don't need to dispel any negative. Why? From beginning, very pure. Never stand there where you cleaning. You don't have to purify. That's Buddha nature now. Jakbar Jawan Jungze means, can I put good quality there? You don't have to put any good quality there. Why? good quality, spontaneously good. You don't need to remove the bad things, don't add any good things there. Still a soldier jami, that means that you don't need to put any good quality, don't remove any bad quality because naturally good there. So how I can realize this? This is so perfect, so pure, unstained. This I can see illusion things, more cause suffering. What we need there? We need perfect wisdom. Special wisdom, extraordinary wisdom is necessary there. So that wisdom you have to apply to clean that. That wisdom have to be fully blown that. So that perfect wisdom is come from not for hearing wisdom, not from reflecting wisdom. What wisdom this is? When you practice, you gain some special wisdom. That wisdom is what caused to see these things. So this is what we need for that, to look at that. So that wisdom parameter, one you madhyamika, two different madhyamika. One is the self-empty, is other empty. So this is other empty point of view I'm talking and remarking there. So this and school have lots of debating. This doesn't have result, as I say yesterday. Many, now we have a debate, long time had this philosophical, still debating, not resolved. But many of getting enlightenment, they're getting there. And many of them debating still. So anyway, so that is very important again. So that's why understanding how wisdom is kind of we can have. So somewhat you don't have to think too much. Wisdom is within, we have always with us. We have to look at it. But we cannot see by this eye. We have to special ordinary wisdom eye to see that. So in order to get wisdom eye, you need to go through hearing and reflecting. Getting perfect hearing, perfect reflecting, you need great merit, great accumulation merit, a great purification. Look up Kajupatoden in Milarepa history, you read it. How go through the get that things. And then Gilupatoden Jitsongkapa, you look at his story, you can, so amazing how much he practiced. How many ngendo he did? 35 ngendo. Full ngendo, that's not meaning 10,000 stuff right there. 100,000 times 500,000, 35 times. When he did prostration, thick board like this, he doing prostration, this forehead and hand and feet, we had hole there, thick wood, doing prostration. That's only not one, few of them he make the hole. So how much to put effort that? So getting this wisdom. So Tsongkhapa did that, Milarepa like this, and other great master like Nyingma Thodeshin, Jigme Lingpa, Longchen Rabjom, look at his story, amazing what they did it. But we don't do anything, we sleep more, eating more, enjoy more, forget enlightenment. So you see, what do we think that we're not getting? We don't do anything for enlightenment in that case, So these are the story sometimes. Give history and read history is very important to make, history make encouraging you, So some great. So Milarepa says, you hearing my name, you're not going to hell around. So that is what he did. All he got hardship, he dedicated to all sentient beings. So he did for us, and you see, you believe him, respect him, pray him, and devote to him. We get benefit through his blessing. You may not go through that difficulty, But again, we don't have devotion to him so much, We have more devoted food to eat. Maybe save money for go to movie, right? So anyway, so this is a kind of things very important for gain wisdom. So wisdom is very important. And so I can quote one of them, very important maybe, but I don't call all my words I can say, but I can just background, I can dig it a little bit explaining that. One place says now, again I see, it's very important, So again, I don't think I can recall that. If I don't have no word, then I cannot comment on that, explaining that. And that was saying, Nimeking Borwe Barawas, Migbume Patwa means, Tendam Namgi Shidi, Tendam Namgi Shidi, Madebe Togja means. So this is a kind of, I call a little bit there to say it's kind of, so Nimeking Borwe Barawan, Migbume Patwa means, sunlight very shining bright for all the world light. Someone who have no eye, he cannot know the light of sun. So that's an example giving. So this is similar like that. Tendam namgi yeshidi, madeb by tokja means absolute wisdom, truth. It not able to realize if someone who have no devotee. The devotee meanings again not means I love you. In this case, you have to come from your heart. Seeing his quality, professional knowledge, bursts your prayer on eyes, and then you really longing and to have yearning and longing to have that quality, and certainly you get eyebrows that quality, perfect, so good. So that's happening. So you have no devotion. Similar, that wisdom you cannot see. Similar, some sun shining sky for everyone. Some no eye cannot see the sun bright. So this is one example. Again, this need to be some kind of devotion. Sometimes hard to devotion, meaning you give me devotion, I give you blessing. That look like not the Mayan way to say you give everything you want. Again, and that's necessary. Lama kuji kanrila migigi nyama mashana. Migi Lama Gongwe thing. Chinlab Gichugime. This his lineage one of master say. Lama Kandi Kuji Kan Yama Mashana Chinlab Gichugime pose. So this is one thing. Again, this is a little high Mahamudra practice, a Guru devotee. And say that then Lama is embodiment of the four kaya. Dharmakaya, Nimanakaya, Sambhakaya, Rupakaya. Four kaya. But this four kaya, Lama's body, four kaya is resembling like snow mountain. Lots of snow there. That is my Lama's true purity, true quality, realization. But that snow is not will melt. At least sunshine. Sun heat, the snow fall down. Then you have water to drink and you remove your thirsty. Similar like that. So you have to have devotion like sun shining. Light of sun like devotion. Reach the snow mountain like Lama's Porkaya. That will kind of hit the sun and melt the sun, then dip the leaking down the water. So the water come down is blessing from the Lama. But in order to get the blessing of the snow melting, coming down, is your devotion have to affect there. You get that one? So that's what saying. That's the one of the Digunka Jipa, one of the founders of Digunka Jipa who have devotion. He's a Guru Yoga practice. He said that. So that is very necessary to talk about the wisdom part. And this is very important. So this is a wisdom paramita. I can stop right there. So your time.
We got 15 minutes for questions.
You want to question now then?
No, are you tired? So we can.
I'm tired all the time.
Me too.
But you're the, my tool is you. You push me, so I try
Pushing,
to
I've
do.
been pushing you.
That, okay, we need that. I need, and I mean anyway. I'm tired, so what I can. So yeah, we can question maybe because we talk too much of this, and someone smart enough to discuss with me, and we can exchange wisdom. So you have wisdom, share me. I have wisdom to do. My wisdom help or not help is who knows, but I do my best. Okay? Question, please. Yes,
Thank you, Rinpoche.
you're welcome.
I wanted to clarify, I think I might have heard, I wasn't sure if I've heard this correctly, but were you saying that Buddha nature is not empty? It is not emptiness?
Yeah, I know you will be scared with that. Of course, you want to have emptiness. Yes, yes, I say that. Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Making sure that I didn't
Correct.
misunderstood.
Yes, that So why the Buddha nature is not empty? Buddha says uncompounded nature is empty. Not that uncompounded nature of our Buddha nature. So Buddha nature is not conditioned by any, not dependent. It's absent. It is free. So the Buddha nature have not compounded by anything spontaneously. So that's we have no one clear him. He's pure beginning clean. So he have no condition to clean him. Always is Buddha. They are spontaneously Buddha. That's forever there. That doesn't mean Buddha is Buddha. I'm not Buddha. I'm Buddha, but I am late to get Buddha because I'm confused by not knowing my Buddha nature. I more work with my ego and produce more samsara deeper and confusions. So my Buddha nature is there, never decrease or increase. My Buddha nature is there, but obscured by temporary obscuration. Then I pile up more. I was putting garbage a little bit, but I'm never cleaning garbage. What I put yesterday, I put it more today, and tomorrow more. Next one more, next year more, next life more. Then I have full of the junk and never move there. So Buddha nature there, deep down, for example, this is same time the same treatise will say, for example, Buddha nature is like piece of gold underground for a million years there. But Ulas dirty, putting dirty more, this there. The long time with the garbage and dirty, but the gold, piece of gold, never change. Gold always. Nothing can change to something else. Always gold. But the one you find, gold, see, gold is gold. But you just finding gold, but it was gold. But I'm dig it and find it. Now I'm clean and put the altar and put the Buddha image, then we buy that. But underneath ground, have another gold there also. Same, not different. Only this in the garbage. Covered completely, I'm not seeing that. So you get some idea? This is the example. There are 9 or 12 different examples giving how Buddha nature underneath it mixed with gold, ore, and something different in the garbage and many things. Womb, different way they're explaining. So womb have children, there's a baby human being, but he's not out. So similar like that way is there, So I hope I explain you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Yeah.
About that same question, do you know what schools in the Madhyamaka is it Prasangika and Yogacara that's having the debate?
This is
Or is it-
Swatantrika, Prasangika, both is Rangtong, self-empty.
which one?
Both, Swatantrika, Prasangika,
Sautrantika or Sovatantrika?
both.
Right.
Both of them.
So it's those two that are having.
They don't contradict. They do contradict a little bit among themselves, but their view is self-empty.
Right. The intrinsic
Right.
existence. Which
Go
is,
behind that called other empty. That is, I'm obviously Giluk school doesn't talk about that. And some scholar they very into that, and they like it that way. Rangjung Dorji taught karma pa, and in 8 karma pa.
So this is in the Gelug school.
I guess so. And the Gelupa school is more self-empty. Chonangpa is other empty. They're the really founder of that. Chonangpa had that, what I'm talking, other empty. They
the
talk.
other empty, the Buddha nature. We're not talking about the mind. We're talking about Buddha nature.
Well, you can use the mind as Buddha nature, true, but Buddha nature, yes. Tathagata Grava.
Because the Yogacara also says that the mind exists truly without
I think so your
rejecting inherent existence.
mind only philosophy. That's not the Madhyamika, well, Mayana, but one of the Mayana. I don't use study in that one. That is positive study, that beginning Mayana.
Okay.
That called mind only school.
I gotta get through.
So mind only school doesn't say Buddha nature empty. They say what they say is the Rangri Rangsil Dendrupta Devas. So they say stand self-aware, self-radiance. That is what actual resolve. And that is really existent, they say. So Gelupa school put that other empty to that class. But not that class, because Gelupa school and mind only, all these Pranya Paramita Sutra, based on they debate. That's one Madhyamika stuff, But when we talk about the other empty, this is not the turning 2 and 3 circle, teaching. Yeah, right. First turning, second turning. Second turning is a paramita, what the Gelupa tradition more engaged there. But then last turning of Dharma is we're talking about the other empty.
Okay, yeah. So his interpretation on the first 2 turnings of the wheel.
But some scholar in Gelup, they don't accept. They put what I'm saying, other empty is down class of the mind-only class.
Okay.
Sometime.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it? You said, what's it called?
Which?
Shun,
Shantong, other empty. Just put
it's S-H-E-S-H-E.
other empty. Other than me, all is bad. That's what I'm saying.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
So your teacher, who teaching, discuss a little bit, question that. Yes, other empty, what this mean?
Right.
He can explain very well.
It's the 5th emptiness. Well, not the 5th, but it's the...
But we have only poor view,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But then this is the
This
other
is-
empty.
Well, this is including Madhyamika, they call. It is Madhyamika too, but not staying same as Madhyamika. Parasangika, Swastantrika, these both go behind.
Right.
This is a good, they are,
I had heard something about how about something with illumination. This other empty.
we have. We say, and Jamya Kotu Rinpoche says this four of them. Again, I cannot call, but I used to repeat them. Last one they said kind of so again, that is a Jamya Kotu listed very simply. But the last one he put other empty. Other empty, he says everything similar like the other school, Madhyamika, but clear light, but Buddha nature existed. That he said.
And they were obscured. But I heard they were coming back, right? The Shentok school, the Shentok.
Well, putting down because there's really they want to be Changcham Megyu Dorji first time founded the Kala Chakra Tantra meditator. Even meditate. But in India that is school too, but they don't say specific the other empty.
Okay.
But there's kind of lots of philosophy going on there, but Tibet developed that. First time, Changcham Megyu Dorji is one of the great masters who Kala Chakra meditation on the mountain alone. He realized that other empty, then he wrote small treatise. And then later, Tolpo Sherab Gense, so one of the who really found become exposed by that Dolpo Sherab Gyaltseng, who was the master of Shentong. He was the third Karma Ranjung Dorje disciple. And so, first meet Ranjung Dorje, and then Ranjung Dorje giving him little bit test for Shentong. He take it back and he left. And later he realized then he become master of that.
Campbell Soltram wrote a good book on
Campbell Sultan, yes,
and it had
he's one of my teacher.
it's a really good book.
Oh yeah,
The progressive
he was the
stages of
center.
emptiness.
He was the center
really?
here. Yes, he was traveling then. He passed away last year, fortunately.
Yeah, it's a little tiny book, but it's unbelievable.
No, he
All
wrote
the-
Zhendong. In one of his students helped him. He wrote Oxford University.
Yeah.
Lots of Zhendong that he wrote lots of Dolpo Sherab Gyaltseng quote there. And Taranatha was one of the scholars in late. He wrote, also very much Zhendong, So, last Khenpo Rinpoche, who the Dalai Lama's teacher as well, he was Zhendong. And Karma was 16 Karma by Zhendong. Yes, but again, doesn't need to debate. And now I repeatedly talk to my Kalu Rinpoche many times. What is wrong? There's so many pieces of philosophy, this empty, that empty. I asked Rinpoche. Rinpoche says all good. From Hinayana view to the mind only, and the Madhyamika, Swastatka, both, and then Zhendong. Go state by state. Then you learn practicing the other self-emptiness. You meditate. This is very important. Go to other empty. If you don't have experience self-empty, you try to other empty, you're confused. You go stay all this on the way. But you're on the way, sometimes you say you arrived where you wish to. And then you say, forget that, So that is sometimes mistaken there. But Kalu Rinpoche is all you study, but don't go too much, because then you entertaining your intellect, you don't practice. Certain times you put grab in practice, stay in the practice, very important. But all this, nothing to debate, learn, put into practice. Certain point you move on. Your Prataka Shavaka view, that is very good for the beginning, then goes some mind only view, very good, then goes Swatantrika, then other emptiness or Madhyamikas go state by state. Then last he says other empty is very important. You want to practice Vajrayana, deity yoga practice, you need to know that view and you need to practice there. Dzogchen the Mahamudra is very important. Go from there. Otherwise, again, unfamiliar place you are, and you don't know what to do with that. So that's my teacher. He was non-sectarian. He doesn't take any side. But I wondering that time. I'm young. I'm hearing, make me confused. So I said, which was best I'm to take? He said, take all of them. State by state. Don't jump around.
That's why it's progresses.
Progress stage, yes.
Progress.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. Okay. Thank you.